KPL to Kenya Power in dollars. It will be a public rip-off. And I want to ask the Secretary General of ODM. CSOPO and I is your immediate former member of ODM. Kindly advise him that the only way he can redeem the image of Kenya Power and Lighting Company is to make sure the IPPs that has been signed for the last 10 years are laid bare in the public. And the truth shall set us, all of us, Mr. Speaker. I am happy on the issue of Adani. He has come out quickly. He didn't wait for the airports, the way we went for the airports, Mr. Speaker. Even we could not access documentation. We had to use power of oath, power of intimidation, power of coercion for production of documents on Adani JKI deal, Mr. Speaker. And that is why you had the young man the other day on Gen Z protest saying, and I'm happy that young man, he has got a sponsor. He was saying, uwanja wa ndege umeuzwa. Imeuziwa muhindi, he was being asked, umeuziwa nani? And we thought it is a joke. Only when the issue appeared before the Senator Chair of Roads, and I want to ask Senator Karungo wa Thangwa, the way he's standing on issues of Murima, strongly, he should stand on this investigation of Adani, Mr. Speaker. He should fear nobody. The Bible says, the Bible says, Mr. Speaker, don't fear that kill the body and the soul, that kill the flesh and the body, but do not fear only who kills the soul and the spirit, Mr. Speaker. I want to challenge Senator Karungo wa Thangwa. The way he's strong standing on matters of Murima, he should stand strong on the issues of Adani. We want to know what really happened to the airport, Mr. Speaker, including the Cherargei airstrip in Kericho. Has it been sold? That is the question many Kenyans have. What is the issue of private partnership in this country under the Act, Section 4 and Section 2 and Section 40, Mr. Speaker? I want to challenge Senator Karungo wa Thangwa, Mr. Speaker. The way he spoke with authority on Sunday in Kirinyaga, he should speak to these matters with the same figure and authority, and he should behave like a miracle senator for who he is, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, point number 5, on this issue of moratorium, we should not lift a moratorium on the issue of power purchasing agreements through IPPs, Mr. Speaker. And that is the point. Before we lift a moratorium that was imposed in 2021 by the report on the task force that investigated the issue of power purchasing agreement and IPPs, Mr. Speaker, we must agree that there are ground rules that needs to be set, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, for example, Kenya Power and Lighting Company buys from KenGen, Mr. Speaker, at 5 shillings and 30 cents per kilowatt. But when they buy from independent power producers, my brother Senator Eddie, they buy it at 195 shillings. Yet KenGen sells to Kenya Power at 5 shillings 30 cents. But when they get IPPs, these Mikoras, these corrupt individuals, Mr. Speaker, who are being protected, they buy it at 195 shillings per kilowatt, Mr. Speaker. That is more than 190 shillings from KenGen. And this is a public report, Mr. Speaker, that Senator Sifuna, we need to know who these companies are, what is the contract that we are doing, Mr. Speaker, going into the future. So, Mr. Speaker, I agree there should be a register that should be open to the public. Let us know who are these IPPs, what is the engagement of power producing agreement, Mr. Speaker, so that Kenyans can access affordable electricity, Mr. Speaker. We cannot be talking about climate change and green energy if the person in Nyatike, in Mikori, cannot access electricity. They will buy Koroboi and they will pollute the environment. Or they will fell down the trees in somewhere in Bomet, Mr. Speaker, in Jebalungu. They will be forced to go to the forest, cut down and light the fire. But if we can produce power to be accessible and affordable to everybody, Mr. Speaker, even in Tindret, where some of us come from, even in Nandi, Mr. Speaker, we must make the power in this country to be affordable. Even as we talk about cottage industries, Mr. Speaker, there are many people, my people are farmers, Mr. Speaker, of milk, dairy. We want to process and do our own farming. There are many people who are doing chicken farming or poultry farming. They need electricity. There are people who are processing dairy farm inputs, Mr. Speaker. They need electricity, Mr. Speaker. So I think this amendment is long overdue. I want to thank the Deputy Minority Leader, Minority Whip, that is important, Mr. Speaker. I have noted that there have been serious renovations. I don't know whether it